Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Aishwarya Sophia. I'm an Akashic channel and an energy healer, and I'm here to make your spiritual journey a little easier. Let's talk about Arcturians. The Arcturians are a very advanced race of star beings that originate from the star Arcturus. It's one of the brightest stars in our sky and it's pretty easy to spot. Arcturians are believed to range from 9th to 11th dimension of consciousness. They don't have a full physical form, but they do show up as humanoids when they wish to manifest in a physical form for others to see them. Arcturians are an ancient star race, being amongst the first to split from source. This means that Arcturians are amongst the most ancient of civilizations, and they have gone through multiple cycles of ascending from 3rd to 5th and dimensional consciousness and beyond. Now, because the Arcturians have gone through this shift from the 3rd to the 5th dimensional level of consciousness eons ago, they are in an amazing position to help Earth with it. As most of us know, we here on Earth, every being, every plant, every animal, and Mother Earth herself is going through this ascension, which is the elevation of consciousness from the 3rd to the 5th dimension level of consciousness. Now, the Arcturians are here to help us and seed the light. And like I said, because they have experience going through this themselves, they're here to be the way showers and the pioneers who show us how it's done. If you resonate with being an Arcturian starseed, you can connect with your Arcturian star family through intention and meditation. Arcturians are not very big on emotions. They usually focus more on the practical and pragmatic side of things, and this applies to spirituality as well. Now, while some of our other star brothers and sisters like the Pleiadians are more heart-centered and they're more focused on emotions as a way of healing, Arcturians are more pragmatic and use logic more than emotions. Let's talk about some traits of Arcturian starseeds that can help you identify if you're an Arcturian starseed. First and foremost, Arcturian starseeds are very logical, they're very practical and pragmatic. Every situation that they encounter, they are very methodical and organized in the way that they deal with it, and they always keep an eye out on the practical outcome of a situation. They are less concerned with the emotions of it, and in most cases, Arcturian starseeds are the ones that are able to put their emotions aside and do the work when they are after a specific outcome. And this means that not only are they very practical, but they're extremely determined and driven. Arcturian starseeds are very inquisitive by nature, and they love to learn. Give an Arcturian starseed a puzzle or a Rubik's Cube, and they will be fixated on it for hours. Arcturian starseeds really enjoy the art of learning, and they really enjoy digging into predictable topics and subjects like science, math, patterns, geometry, even sacred geometry. This inquisitiveness to learn goes beyond human comprehension. Now, I know Arcturian starseeds who are absolute subject matter experts on their areas of interest, and this is usually true for Arcturian starseeds. They are such adept learners that in early childhood, you can pick out the Arcturian starseeds by the kids who are very ready and willing to learn. They're also very naturally good at these things. They're very naturally good at, say, academics. This inquisitive nature goes far beyond just books and school. Arcturians by nature love to learn. If you take an Arcturian starseed out to nature, you can count on them to start counting the number of petals in a rose, to identify the Fibonacci sequence, to identify the golden ratio. That's the type of keen eye that Arcturian starseeds have. Arcturian starseeds also have this inexplicable, innate understanding of deep spiritual knowledge and wisdom. So, for example, I had this friend who I later found out was an Arcturian starseed, and I was talking to him about the Akashic records, right? Now, this was the first time that he had heard about the Akashic records. But as I was speaking to him about it, he was able to relate that concept of Akashic records with certain other metaphysical concepts and scientific concepts, and he was able to understand what the Akashic records were like this. I was so surprised because it's usually pretty hard to explain the nature of the Akashic records to someone who's not familiar with it. And here he was, he understood it instantly. And it's no surprise because later when I found out that he was an Arcturian starseed, I was like, oh, that's why. So they're people who are extremely keen mentally. They're very agile, very quick to make connections, and they have an excellent memory and very good recall. Arcturian starseeds can come across as a little bit cold or detached, but it's really up to us to understand them, that they are more keen to understand something rather than to feel it. So, for example, if you have a conflict with an Arcturian starseed, they're not going to get into the feelings of it. They're not going to be like, this is how it made me feel, right? They're going to get into, this was right, this was wrong, this is how it should be done, right? They're more solution oriented and they're very practical and pragmatic. So while this might make them feel detached or cold, this is really not their intention, and Arcturian starseeds are quite empathetic and compassionate. Arcturian starseeds are very eloquent public speakers. Now, because Arcturians are more focused on practicality, they are keen learners, and they're more logical than emotional, there's no such thing as stage fright. They know what they're talking about, they're sure of themselves, and they really are able to be detached in a way that there is no fear of public speaking. This means that they're most often very, very articulate and eloquent public speakers, and you can spot an Arcturian starseed if you're tuned into this frequency and you understand starseeds. You can spot an Arcturian starseed from a mile away by the way that they carry themselves in the public eye. Having said this, Arcturians can have many acquaintances but few friends that they allow into their inner circle. So most Arcturian starseeds end up having small inner circle of friends, right? Because they're very sociable, they love to learn, they love to communicate, they're excellent communicators. They end up having a lot of people that they know. But very few of these people know the Arcturian starseed's inner core. Very few people understand their heart and soul in that way. So most Arcturian starseeds end up having very small circles. Even if they come from a large community or a large family, there are very few people that they're close to. There are very few people that they trust to reveal their innermost selves to. And this is something that I found to be very true across the spectrum from extroverted to introverted Arcturian starseeds, that they keep their social circle pretty tight. Coming from a race of very inquisitive beings who love to travel the far reaches of the universe to learn, Arcturian starseeds love to travel and they're very free-spirited. Now, for those of you who are familiar with zodiac signs, an Arcturian starseed can be likened to a Sagittarius or an Aquarius person, because these signs are known for their freedom-loving, adventurous spirits, and this is exactly how Arcturian starseeds are. Arcturian starseeds love to be by themselves, spend time alone in nature. They love to form their own thoughts and opinions. They hate it when someone tries to tell them how to live their life or how to think, and they pride themselves on being practical, logical, and self-willing. The last trait of Arcturian starseeds that I will touch on in this video is how deeply empathetic and loving and caring they are. Now, like I mentioned a few minutes earlier, Arcturians have the propensity to be viewed as very cold and detached because they're very logical minded, and a lot of times this means that they have difficulty in expressing their emotions. Now, having said this, just because they have trouble expressing it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So for the few lucky people who are in an Arcturian starseed's inner circle, they will all acknowledge the fact that Arcturian starseeds are some of the most deeply empathetic and caring people. This is owed to the fact that they're so closely in connection with the divine, and they're so high vibrational that they're able to see all beings for their true nature. What is our true nature? It's that we're all one. The Arcturians not only understand this, but they live and breathe this on a daily basis, which is why Arcturian starseeds are some of the most deeply empathetic and caring people. If any of this has resonated with you and you feel like you could be an Arcturian starseed, let's get into the activation. So what I want to do with this activation is, first of all, call in our Arcturian ancestors and really connect you with your Arcturian family and your own Arcturian higher self. So what this will do is it will help you navigate your everyday life with more practicality and clarity, and it'll help you really understand yourself on a deeper level. So let's get started with the activation. Let's start by closing our eyes, taking a few deep breaths, and completely relaxing into this now moment. Archangel Michael, I ask that you please place your blue cloak of protection over this sacred transmission, so my collective that is viewing this and myself are deeply protected by your divine grace. Arcturian star family, guides, spirit guides, ancient ancestors, please come through and step into this divine sacred space and connect with me now. Thank you for being here, Arcturian ancestors and star family. I ask that you please help me channel light language so I can connect each one that is listening to this video to their Arcturian roots, to their Arcturian star family and their Arcturian higher self. I ask that we also activate deep soul remembrance of their Arcturian starseed mission and anything else that they need help with. I ask that we close out this activation by downloading pure white source love and light into the heart chakra of every one of my viewers so they can integrate this session with ease and grace. Thank you, so be it. Picture yourself standing in a desert. It's nighttime. The weather is just right. And you find a beautiful spot underneath a palm tree. And you sit down here with the intention to connect with your Arcturian roots through meditation. As you sit in this beautiful sacred space, feel your intention to meet your Arcturian star family coursing through your veins. As you sit down and settle down to meet your Arcturian star family, feel a deep blue wave of light washing over you. You've never felt anything like this. It feels pure and potent. As you allow this deep blue light to wash over you, you realize that this deep blue light is coming from your own Arcturian higher self's aura. Absolutely delighted at having made this connection. You are now sinking deeper into relaxation as I channel this light language to connect your crown chakra to your ancestors' crown chakra and your Arcturian higher selves' crown chakra. Niki makal yuwar yumagal yan yuwar yimad yamar yatikiania wushtikialia makwania tiamania tikiania nikia wariani nikiana wari kishtikiania timaka wachtikia nikishtikia nikishtikia nikia makari kiwawa tikia mari kia nikia nikishtikia nikia shoo. Releasing any blocks that stand in the way of your true and divine connection with your Arcturian higher self and star family now. Niki marikia watikishtikia nikia makashtikia. Releasing any fear, any doubt. Nikitikia rikiwa rikiwa nikishtikia nikia. Nikitikia rikia nikia rikia warikia nikia. Nikishtikia nikia nikia. Strengthening the bond between you and your Arcturian roots. Nikishtikia, 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 nikia, marikia, nikia, nikishtikia, nikia, rikia, nikia, 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 nikia. Downloading pure source light and pure blue Arcturian light into your heart space. Nikishtikia, nikitikuwa, nikia, nikia. Nikishtikia, nikia, 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 nikia. Nikishtikia, nikia, nikia, tukua, rishtikia, nikia, nikia. Enclosing you in a bubble of deep blue Arcturian light so you can integrate this energy with ease and grace. And showering you with blue Arcturian waters to complete the sacred transmission. Continue feeling this beautiful deep blue energy wash over you. Take a moment to quietly thank your Arcturian star family for coming through and connecting with you today. Let them know if you wish to connect with them again, and you can easily do this just by setting the intention to connect with them and meditating on it. As you say your final words of gratitude, when you're ready, come back to waking consciousness. Come back to this now moment, knowing that you are now deeply connected with your own Arcturian essence and that of your star family. Continue to take deep breaths as you breathe your eyes open. That was a short but powerful activation. I could feel the light coursing through me. I really hope that you enjoyed this activation. I hope that this has strengthened your connection with your Arcturian higher self and star family. You can listen to this activation as many times as you need. I've left timestamps down in the description box. So if you want to rewatch this video, you can just click on the activation or you can click on the timestamps and it should take you right to the activation. I hope that this was helpful. Check out my Etsy shop for some fun lighthearted readings and my website if you want to have a session with me where you can connect to your star family directly. Now, connecting with your star family one-on-one is far more potent than doing it through a general activation. So if this is something that calls to you, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you again for being here, and I will see you in my next one. Namaste.